Ronald McDonald Trump dropped a real doozy yesterday. He sent the press into a frenzy announcing that, remember that drug he had high hopes for, and then they did some studies and found that it did not help COVID patients and, in fact, made them more likely to die? Well, yesterday, Donald Trump announced that he's taken it.
The frontline workers, many are taking it. I happen to be taking it.
Hydroxychloroquine?
I'm taking it. Hydroxychloroquine.
When?
Right now, yeah.
Yeah, when?
A couple of weeks ago, I started taking it. Because I think it's good. I've heard a lot of good stories.
He's heard a lot of good stories. He got a checkup from Dr. Seuss and heard a lot of good stories.
I'm really having a hard time wrapping my head around this and how psychotic it is. I mean, look, Trump's gonna say and do crazy. He failed on the pandemic response, and unemployment is at its highest point in 100 years. So now he's spraying ink in the water so we can dart under a rock before the press can figure out what happened.
Can you imagine a day in the Secret Service's life? Keeping my eyes peeled, making sure there's no threats. Everything looks clear. We're all good. Mr. President, what did you eat? What is that in your mouth? Mr. President, open your mouth. Say ah, Mr. President.
Our president is a hydroxymoron.
In a study found that the drug was linked to higher rates of death in coronavirus patients, and the side effects can potentially include agitation, insomnia, confusion, mania, hallucinations, paranoia, as well as lasting psychiatric and neurological symptoms. So either Trump's lying about taking it or he's been taking it for 73 years? Our baby's pretty colicky. Just give him a little hydroxychloroquine on his gums for the rest of his life.
Hydroxychloroquine, at best, is unproven as a treatment for coronavirus. At worst, it could make you more likely to have like a heart attack. So Trump is either taking a dangerous, ineffective drug, or he's lying about doing it just for the lulz.
Why would he do this? Why would he do this to prevent coronavirus and not wear a mask?
What unhealthy thing isn't Trump doing? He's taking hydroxychloroquine, he eats fast food every single day, and yet he is still alive. I wouldn't be surprised if one day we discover an ancient cave painting, and right in the middle of all the other cavemen, we find Trump.
Remember how we all said he didn't really want to be president? He wished he was home at Mar-a-Lago playing golf and finding ways to humiliate his friends, that he's miserable in the White House? Well, guess what? I think we were right, and I think he's had enough. I think he's worried he might get reelected, despite the fact he's done everything possible to make sure no one would ever want to vote for him again.